We're going to start with Arsenal, not just because of me, but because Bruno G is across a lot of the back pages. Arteta putting a lot of hope behind Bruno G. The Daily Express, Arteta's special brew. Our warrior will fight to take us higher. In the Mirror, they've gone with Brew La La. Arteta is purring over their new boy. Andy, Arteta's clearly talking about taking Arsenal to the next level. What exactly that means, we don't know, but probably we're thinking Champions League, etc.
Yep.
Is this the right area that Arsenal needed to address to do that? It feels like putting a lot of a gamble on an area where a lot of Arsenal fans would have thought, well, we're quite
They're
solid
well covered
here.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I do think that when top players come available, when they are. Jeff and I were speaking about this with regards to Vinny Jr. a week ago. I do think when they're available, and I think you are a club that are now looking to build on the success that Arsenal had last season, I think you should be interested. And I really like him. Yeah, whether or not there are other areas of the team. I mean, I don't think there's a team better equipped in midfield than Arsenal in the entire division. They have got. They have so many options in there. It's almost embarrassing compared to everybody else. So I tell you what, which three? I'm talking about two central midfielders and a number 10. Which three Mikel Arteta would start with out of that lot is a question and a debate in itself. But I really like Bruno Guimaraes. He can do a little bit of everything. Not the quickest, so he's not going to sprint away from people, but he's. I think we all like and admire his quality, and I think his attitude as well. I think he does love Premier League football, and he's always out there giving his best.
Yes, Arsenal. 3 friendlies so far. 1-1, lost 2. So they've beaten Girona, then lost to Real Betis and Borussia Dortmund. Before we talk about where they go from here in terms of signings, let's first hear from Victor Gyökeres. This was him talking after that Borussia Dortmund defeat yesterday.
A week from today, you'll be in the Community Shield against Man City. First of all, do you treat that as a friendly, or do you treat that as being, right, we're the champions, we've now got a mark on our back and everybody's going to want to beat us?
Well, treat the next City.
Yeah, next week.
As a friendly?
Is it?
What do you mean?
It's a Community Shield, so I know there's like a little cup up for grabs, but I mean, in general, it's seen as the last pre-season friendly. But is that how you're going to treat it, as a kind of warm-up, or as everybody's going to want to beat us this year because we're the champions?
I don't know what other people think, but of course we want to win that game for sure. There's no question about that.
Jeff, you've got your head in your hands there.
I just think Moose clear as mud there, wasn't it? I mean, the poor boy was obviously totally bewildered by the question, wasn't it? So,
that's one way of looking
by the way,
at it.
he's not the first.
No. I like to think he's making a joke out of it, but I think he's just very confused about it. Arsenal have looked uncharacteristically sloppy in pre-season. That's the first time they've conceded 3 goals in a row since 2023. Last time they actually conceded 3 was back in earlier this year to Man United. It doesn't happen often with Arsenal, so it is a bit of a warning sign. But the attacking issues that we had last season also remain. And off the back of the Vinny Jr. saga, lots of Arsenal fans will be demanding a new signing in that position. Andy, where do Arsenal go from Vinny Jr.?
Good question.
For me, I think it'd be very, very Arsenal to look at what they've got at the moment, which is Martinelli and Solis, and say, yes, that's enough. But we are hearing reports that Galatasaray are interested in Martinelli. Arsenal only willing to sell if they can replace Martinelli. So where do they go? Are there any names that you haven't heard who you think would be good?
Honestly, Laura, I think again, it's not like they're wanting Martinelli to necessarily go. I don't think that's ever going to be the case. However, if they got proper money for him, they might be prepared to trade. Trading players as well for Mikel Arteta keeps everything alive, and it just keeps everything a little fresher around the camp, which is very important for any club. But who they go to, I mean, losing Trossard for the money that they lost him for, I thought that was a slightly strange one in some ways, because he was always good value for a really important goal. Leandro Trossard, always a clever player, coming off the bench, always wanted to affect the game. But where you go, I totally got going for Vinny Jr., but I don't get going for just another one. And
not Barcola. There's lots of reports that
I don't see Barcola at the sort of levels that others do. Clearly,
145 million.
I don't see
having
him
a laugh.
I don't see him at anything like that sort of money. I really don't. I think he is way behind Kvaratskhelia and Desiree Doué. Personally, I think they're far better players. I don't think he's got the end product in his game to warrant 140 odd million quid. No chance. And I don't think I'd swap Martinelli for him. I think I would.
For Barcola?
No, I'm honestly, because I think Martinelli knows this division, has proven himself now to be a valuable member of Arsenal's team, and I don't see that it's that much of a massive trade up for the sort of money that they'd need to invest in him.
Yeah, I mean, I have to disagree with you there, Andy. I think Martinelli, for me, I've just run out of a little bit of patience with him. 1 goal last year in the Premier League. He was good in the Champions League, but this has been an area that Arsenal have struggled with for a number of seasons, and I think it will be really, really disappointing for Arsenal not to address it in a bigger way than they've done already. Solis has shown some really good signs in pre-season. I'm putting my eggs in the Barcola basket, but maybe I'm just
not going to pay 145 million pounds for him. They're just not.
I don't.
You know, if that's what. And okay, there'd be some negotiation available there, but seriously, look, he is rapid. He's rapid. But what else is he? I'm not sure. And by the way, Arsenal get no sympathy from other football. Look at the players they've signed. Look at the money they've spent in the last few years. Gyökeres and Rice and Zubimendi and Eze, Bruno Guimaraes and Mosquera and Nkapie and Madueke and so many others. I think they've got a fantastic squad. You can have too many players. You can't keep everyone happy. How much is Eze going to play this year? And you know,
well, look, there is the argument that Eze could play a little bit more on the left. His preferred position is a bit more central.
Definitely.
But I think, to your point though, Jeff, this is still the area that we need help in. And you can say we've spent all this money, but if you look at what Arsenal struggled with last year and what they will struggle with this season, it's still in that same area. And for me, you need to address it regardless of where else you've spent.
Yeah. Well, look, it'd be interesting, Laura, to see if they are now really active in that position, or whether or not they're prepared to go with what they have. Max Dowman, big season for him coming up.
Yeah,
can he now
still
start?
Got Nwaneri, who's
again. These boys are all
on the right hand side. There.
Laura, I'm gonna have a small bet with you.
Okay.
A small bet with you right now. If Arsenal do not sign anybody to play on the left hand side, they will still win the Premier League this season.
Oh, there's a statement, Laura.
Oh, so you're saying that as is, Arsenal
win the league. Yeah, completely.
Okay, I'll take that away and think about it, Jeff.
Okay. Meanwhile, Tina has come up with a brilliant. She said, "Hi, Jeff. There's an off-licence in Bootle called Amy's Winehouse," which is great. Thank you, Tina. That was all thanks to Costa Express.